Welcome to Wine Chats with Bildo and Lindelin. My name is Billy Milovanovic, aka Bildo.
And my name's Lindsay Kirkwood, also known as Lindelin.
And this is an offensively funny podcast about drinking wine and chatting life. Hope you enjoy.
Come rage with me, Bill. Rage away.
I love a good rage. We all do, don't we?
Who doesn't?
How exciting.
We even have our red lips on today because we feel extra ragey. What is with the cat hand?
Well, I guess because cats are so mean.
I have a cat, they are not. This is funny. So we're doing a random bottle that I just have in my wine fridge because, wine not.
That's an actual brand.
I know.
I'm just saying.
It's a great brand.
But not this one.
But not a lame joke coming out of my mouth. That was not good. So this is a Madam Sass.
Yes.
We feel a bit sassy today, so this is perfect.
How very appropriate.
I know. Pinot Noir. It's from Chile. We haven't had a Chilean wine in a long time. Madam Sass lives her life with darling indulgence. Blah, blah, blah. Already boring. We just want to
I was going to say already appropriate. Yes.
Okay.
I live my life with indulgence.
Yeah.
Can
you hold my glass?
I sure can. What's going on, Lenny? How you feeling today?
Well,
ragey.
My arm, hello, I'm going to rage against you. Can you help me out while I pour our wine?
Ooh, I like that. Wait, what kind of wine is it?
I just said a Pinot Noir.
I did not hear that because I wasn't listening.
No.
Well, you wanted me to move it. For those for you listening, I just moved the glass while she was trying to pour.
No, not while I was trying to pour. While I was pouring it.
Well, hey, and we kept it together. Look, once again, she fills my... Here, you can have the giant one.
Oh, yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you. I don't have to drive anywhere.
It's a Pinot Noir, in case you didn't hear it the first time.
Oh, the first two times. Cheers. I'm not quite comfortable. I feel very... when you feel uncomfortable and my couch cushion is digging into me. Anyways, how's the wine?
It's nice. It's nice, but there's always this weird flavor in some particular wines, whether it's cherry or there's a specific fruity flavor that I do not enjoy.
Oh, fruity flavor like grapes?
It's a very specific, I honestly want to say cherry. Do you want to see if there's something on the back there? Because it's also in some Spanish wines and I cannot drink them anymore.
No.
Does it give us anything?
No, it just says is an enticing wine that is fleshy and elegant. Seriously, sassy.
Oh, maybe it's the elegant part.
Yeah, you're not used to that.
Not really used to the elegance of a beautiful wine. Mm.
Or in anything.
No, look, it's nice. It's a nice, it's a Pinot Noir, right? It's a nice, dainty red.
No, I was going to say the dainty red, but I find that this is actually quite a strong Pinot Noir.
Okay.
A lot of Pinot Noirs to me are quite light. This one actually has a bit more oomph to it.
I feel like we had a Pinot Noir last week as well, didn't we? The Hidden Sea one. Mm.
All right. So we're going to rage today.
Let us rage.
Public transportation.
Yes.
Because, look, I haven't been on public transport for literally about a decade, as in transporting myself to work.
Yes.
I've been on airplanes and other forms of public transportation.
Also public transportation, yes.
Do not make me angry at you today, Billy.
I used, obviously, same. I don't really catch the bus anymore. Henry catches the bus all the time. I hope he's not one of these gross people we're about to talk about.
Well, the first person, when you told me this topic, it could have been him. Tell us what you saw someone doing.
No! His
eyes are
right.
the same. His eyes are
Lindsay's
the same.
getting a little bit racist. Obviously offensive already. It's been 3 minutes, not even. So apologies to the entire Asian continent.
I don't.
No, I remember this one time. This is what kind of kickstarted it for me.
Yeah.
Being on the bus on the way home, and I'm hearing, when you hear that very specific sound of nail cutting?
Yeah.
And I turned around to see an older Asian man cutting his toenails on the bus.
That's even worse. When you say cutting nails, I actually automatically assumed his fingernails.
It was his toenails.
His toenails. So what, did he have sandals on? Or did he
must
take
have.
his
He must have.
socks and shoes
I wasn't looking in detail at what his footwear was, but I was like, dude, you are on a bus.
That is
Brisbane.
even worse.
What? I just want to know what. Gross. This is what intrigues me and this is what infuriates me. This is shared space. Mm-hmm. This is a shared space. Mm-hmm. You were in a society sharing this space with people. And what is he doing with those nails? Are they just going on the floor?
Yes.
He's not collecting them.
No. anybody that anybody that cuts their nails on a form of public transportation is not going to be picking them up because their brain is not working properly.
Maybe his brain wasn't working properly. Like, who does that? But then when we started looking a little bit more into it, apparently lots of people do it. So I guess I just wanted to know about some of your experiences you might have had on public transport, because even planes, you fly a lot.
Yeah, no one's cut their nails. Can I just go back to that? Because that reminds me. So Cameron always cuts his nails on, he used to always cut them on our back steps.
Oh, yes. And Henry does that, yes.
Yeah, and they would just go on the ground underneath, right? And in our own home, right? This is our own property. And our neighbor she messaged me or something like, I can hear Cameron cutting his nails. And even he was embarrassed about that, which is a little bit extreme. Like, we're in our own home.
Yeah.
So now he'll cut his nails elsewhere.
In a bathroom, just inside the middle of the room.
I don't even know, because Bindi, our neighbor, was like, where are those nails going? And we're like, we're in our own
house. Leave
space.
me alone.
So, like, if someone can be mortified in their own home doing it, like somebody on a bus.
Oh, I can't even.
No. I honestly, like, with me flying back and forth to Canada, it makes it sound like I do it all the time. I don't. I haven't really had any gross encounters, like somebody with their gross foot up on my seat. Or,
why do people do that? That's such a weird thing as well.
I don't know. I've been lucky.
Yeah.
I really haven't encountered anything gross. But we've had a few people message in with like some gross things.
We have. This is a couple of people from, I should first of all give Anthony a shout out, but also to stipulate that he does not do the gross things that he told me about.
Tony wouldn't do that.
Tony wouldn't do that.
Hey, Tones.
I don't think he likes that either.
I don't care, Tony.
Anyway, he said that, first of all, because he travels a lot, he tends to go to Japan, and just recently he went to Hong Kong, so he's on public transport a lot.
Like actually traveling, like airplane traveling.
Yes, airplane traveling. He said that he's seen lots of people do lots of crazy stuff, like masturbating on airplanes, I believe.
Like,
I don't know. I don't remember the specific details of what he was saying because it was very, fast, but
wait, like they're doing it in their seat?
I don't know the details. All I know is that this is, and not only did he say that, but then one of our other Instagram followers actually said the same thing about the New York subway.
Oh, well, that doesn't surprise me.
Which doesn't surprise you, but still.
Out in the, so some dude on the subway in New York is just standing at the end of the carriage, or who knows, in a seat, just like jerking off.
I don't know. They didn't give us any more details, but he said people taking poops. So he said living in New York City for 5 years. This is our other friend. This is not Anthony. And working in hospitality and getting the subway home at 3 a.m. You see some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And I said, like, what?
Yeah.
And he said people taking poops.
What?
Like on the subway?
Like in the corner? Where? And how are they wiping?
People jerking off?
This is so random.
An insane amount of rats.
Well, right? Of course. Well, people are jerking off and pooping. Of course there's rats.
Oh my God. Yeah, well, and of course there's mental health issues, because then it's like crazy people with mental health issues, like total psychos. Doing crazy stuff. But in a public space, I don't understand how people, like, what is your problem?
Yeah, but
if you're sick, that's different.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, on a serious note, like these people, like, let's just say I had too much to drink and I pooped myself on the train. That's different, right?
Different.
Like, your body has no control.
And Lindsay's body especially has no control. 100%. So if you see this woman pooping on a train,
you know
she could not hold it.
Exactly. There's problems going on. But, like, think of if we were just like, hey, I'm going to go poop on the train. Your body, like, my body physically wouldn't let me poop because it's just so weird.
I haven't taken the train for a long time, but surely there's, is there?
Bathrooms, yes.
Yeah, on trains.
Well, on trains,
I guess it depends on the train. Like, if it's in the distance.
There's trains on, like, there's bathrooms on the trains.
Yeah.
For the Brisbane trains. I would assume on the New York City
subway probably wouldn't be.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, this person chose to poop not in a bathroom.
Yes, if Gavin saw them.
But, like, think of, like, would your body actually physically let you poop just randomly?
Absolutely not. I couldn't even go weeing at camp in a bush.
That
took a long time.
Topic. Yeah. So, like, these people obviously
are not
well in the head, or they're
their body
extremely
physically
intoxicated, or they have a really irritable bowel syndrome like me, and they had no choice. Okay, but the jerking off, that's just wrong. That's
wrong. Oh my God, the jerking off. That's like, I mean, illegal on a different level, I think.
Is it illegal? Surely.
That's indecent exposure. That's absolutely
stupid question,
illegal.
Lindsay.
Lindsay, stop wanking off on the trains, Lindsay.
And actually, we should say, we're saying him. We don't know if these people are girls or boys.
Okay, when is anybody...
Valid question,
I
Bill.
would love for our listener to tell us if you have ever seen a woman wanking anywhere in public. Anywhere, anytime.
She could be flicking the bean under her jacket.
Unless it's some sort of performance art to make a point. I would just love to know.
I don't know.
Okay. And my friend sent us another one saying, just reading the news, there's an article on a guy who exposed himself to a young female on a plane. Just another messed up thing that people do, exposing yourself. Men are why do you do that?
And he would
what
probably
is your
just
thing
be
with your
like
dick?
Walking down the aisle in like perfect like height too, right? Because she's just sitting there and then she looks and there's a dirty old dick in her face.
I don't want to say why are men so gross, because women are obviously gross as well. We have our own different kind of gross, but that just seems so wrong. How do you feel about how do you feel about screaming children on public transport? Because I don't think I necessarily want to rage about that. No,
look, we're mothers, so we totally sympathize. If it is fuck off fly, seriously, I'm going to kill you. It's raging episode. If it is a screaming kid in the sense of like, there's actually something wrong with it, like it's ears or it's sick or there's an actual reason. And if the parent is trying to actually do something about it, I just want to like help the parent, right? Like I've got no problems with it. Now, if it is a child where the parents are not paying attention to what's going on and they don't care and the kid is crawling all over the place and screaming and they're not trying to get the kid to shut up, that makes me angry. But not really towards the kid. It makes me angry towards the parent because I just want to bitch slap them.
That's right, because it's actually the parents just not parenting properly in public spaces.
Totally.
Like control your dogs and control your children.
Control your dogs.
Just saying, like if you're going to control your animal, you're not going to take a puppy onto a bus and let it fucking go everywhere. You wouldn't do that to a child.
Well, I don't think dogs are allowed on.
Lindsay, that is not the point. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Control your dogs, control your children. Crying children on planes suck, man. Like, to be like, you sympathize, of course. Yes. I love it when parents, you've seen it online when parents prepare little packages for the people sitting around them to just say, like, just letting you know, this is my kid's first time flying. They get a little bit upset. Here's a little some earplugs and this and that.
I've never seen that. That's so
haven't
cute.
You?
No.
Oh, no. I love that. I love the idea of that. I don't think it's necessarily necessary. I think we all need to be a little bit kinder to children. But at the same time, I also think that parents like suck at parenting these days a little bit sometimes. And so it's like a bit of like control your child. Oh my God, I'm so sorry your child is crying in your face.
For sure.
Right?
It all comes down to the parent though. That determines whether or not I get a ragey towards the child.
That's right.
Like acting up.
Yes.
Be better parents.
Be better. And then the only other thing I wanted to do before we go into the break.
Oh, yes.
Giving up your seat to someone on a public transport.
Yes, no, this was what I said. Yes. Yeah, for sure. This does make me rage. I'm all for, I'm not, is it chivalry?
Chivalrous.
I can never say that word properly.
Chivalrous.
That. I don't think it should be necessarily like if you and I got on the bus or train and a man gave his seat up to us because we're females. I don't think
we are equal now, okay? We do not need to be sitting. I agree.
Right? Like,
agreed.
But if it's a pregnant lady or definitely elderly or injured, 100%, like that just goes without saying. But I also think if there's somebody like a mom with like a toddler and she's got like the nappy bag and like just use your common sense discretionary like radarness, you know what I mean?
I think this is what annoys me. It's like people don't have common sense anymore. I remember being pregnant and I was still working in the city, and so I'd bus it a lot. Now, obviously, there was that weird time where is she fat? Is she pregnant? I'm not quite sure where it's at.
Hot dogs for lunch.
But then when I got heavily pregnant and I would have to stand, it used to infuriate me for myself because I'm like, guys, like this is heavy. This is heavy. Totally. And my feet are swollen.
And I don't think it necessarily has to be just men giving up
their
seats.
I think anybody. I agree. I feel like every time, like, I don't know, because I used to catch the bus with Henry a lot. Yeah. He would always stand up for people. Yeah. I would stand up for people. Yeah. If you see somebody elderly coming in, of course, get the fuck out of the way.
Of course.
Move out of the way.
Yeah.
Let the people sit.
Yeah.
And then there's that awkward stage where it's like, are they old enough for me to ask?
Are they old enough for me to ask?
Like, you look like you might be in your mid-60s. Like, is that rude if I,
Totally.
Because the worst thing that can happen is you can offer your seat and the person could just be like, no, thank you, I'm fine.
And they get offended though too, right? Like, oh, I'm not old enough, I'm not fat enough. Like,
well,
no, seriously.
I wouldn't offer my seat to a fat person. Is that mean? Is that mean?
No, but like if you thought they were pregnant and they're not, they're just fat, they might get offended.
That would be so awkward. That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Wow, you're catching up real quick.
Oh
though.
my God. Can you imagine? Would you like to grab a seat for you and all your weight? Like, oh, that's so awful. Lindsay, how offensive are you? Jesus.
No, what is it? All right, so Bill's collected her brain cells. Brain cell.
Easy. I was going to say easy.
Yeah. So another thing that makes us rage on the road. Road rage.
Other people.
Other people. But do you have road rage?
It used to be a lot worse.
Right.
I heard Oprah one time on a podcast talk about how she doesn't understand why people have road rage. And I'm like, well, Oprah, that's because you don't drive yourself, babe.
I was just going to say.
First of all.
If you drove, you would know.
If you drove, you'd know. But she was essentially like, don't, if you're stuck in traffic, if somebody does something to you, that's an opportunity for you basically like to take a deep breath and just to like meditate through it. So I'm trying to keep a lid on my road rage, but I just hate being on the road with other people. Everybody just seems so stupid. But then when I make a mistake, I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
That was just an accident. Those things happen. But when other people do it, I want to punch them in the face. I just want to line them all up and backhand them.
Yeah, tisk. Yeah.
So no, I don't get road rage.
Okay, calm down. Mimi.
I'm angry just talking about it.
Clearly. I love Oprah, but I think that's a sack of shit of word of advice. I have road rage and I swear at people in the car quite regularly.
I've driven with you. Yes.
Yeah, right. Quite regularly. Do you know what really gets me is like so I live in a suburb where the streets are very narrow and
yes.
So you have to like pull over to let somebody else go by because if there's a parked car, there's not enough room for both of you to drive. What irritates the fuck out of me is when I let someone by because I'm very nice. I will let the person go by.
Yes.
And you don't get the thank you wave. Fuck you. Just put your hand up. You don't even have to smile. Don't even make eye contact. Just put your hand up to say, thanks, mate.
I agree. 1,000% hands down. If you do not thank the person who has let you do anything.
Exactly. Hand in the mirror if you let them in.
Sometimes even depending on the situation and how grateful I feel, I will open my window and stick my hand out and be like, thank you.
Oh, that's even extra.
Yes. That's if I'm feeling like extra, like, okay, this is a tricky situation. Thanks for letting me in.
Yeah.
Right?
I always wave in the mirror because they
you wave.
see in the mirror. But that's good out of the window.
Or even when you're driving towards each other and you can see that person has stopped, like you just give them a little, while you're holding the steering wheel, you could just be like, thanks. Right?
That's what I mean. Like you don't
Does
even
not have to be that difficult.
Yes. It makes me so angry.
I've actually just, you've sparked my memory about the time that I would have 1,000% ruined someone's night. Or just not ruined the night. I mean, depending on where they are in their meditation journey.
What if they're like me and they don't have a meditation journey?
They would have been pissed.
Oh, God.
Because this is the thing, okay? The same situation, right? So I had a person in front of me. It's a really narrow road. There's obviously cars coming in both directions. It was a busy time of night.
Yeah.
This person has started to indicate to the left.
Okay.
And they've pulled over.
Okay.
I've taken that as an opportunity to be like, okay, I'm going to go around you.
Well, yeah,
so I keep going straight.
They pulled over.
Not only did they pull over, they were indicating. So it's like if they had just pulled over to the side, I would have followed suit.
Okay.
But when he starts indicating to the left and he sort of stops, I think he was indicating to say, I'm going to let the other people go.
Well, he pulled over to the side of the road.
Well, yeah, but if it's, again, a narrow road, the only way you can pull over is to the side,
okay, right.
Anyway,
keep going, yes.
I drove past him. I'm like, okay, we'll see you. You're done. I'm going to keep going. Yeah. And he was so angry at me. I don't remember how exactly I knew that, but as I drove past him, he was like these ones, because all he was doing is letting the other cars go.
Oh, right. So, right.
So he was like, I'm letting those people like come down.
And you're like, fuck you, I'm driving through. Me.
Right? But then obviously, because when you see somebody angry at you on the road, you don't want to give them the satisfaction, right? So of course you go back to them like, nah,
Did you flip him the bird?
I don't think I flipped him the bird, but I wouldn't be surprised if I did as well. Because honestly, when somebody does rage with you on the road, especially if you're driving the right speed limit and somebody's behind you and you can see that they're peeved, I just like to go even a little bit slower just to piss them off.
Oh, totally. It's fun.
Right? That's so mean.
But it is. But do you know what scares me? Because there's so many, and this is worldly, not just here.
Yes.
There's so many dickheads now that like people get killed.
People
like
get so angry.
It's not like back in the day where it's just like flipping the bird, where it's innocent.
Yes.
People get out with their baseball bats. And
that's why you should. I mean, if
you.
if you're going to piss people off on the roads,
Yeah.
definitely do it something like on a highway, and maybe not a highway, but like nowhere where you're going to stop at the lights. Do you know what I mean? Because you cannot stop at the lights with the person who you've just enraged.
Right. So screw Oprah Winfrey's hot tip. Listen to Billy. Don't stop.
Just don't get away.
Like,
just keep driving.
yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
on
you
the
do not
highway.
want to stop.
Yeah. That might be hard, but okay. Good, wise words.
Just like I did with the guy who pulled over and then I overpassed him and then he had to sit behind me at the lights.
And then what about the other people coming, like, that he was trying to be nice
fend for
to?
yourselves, fools.
Yeah, and they were probably like, look, this fuckwit. Okay.
Well, no, because if you're indicating, that's a different thing, right? You are stopping to me.
Well, it is. But
when do you ever indicate to just? When do you ever indicate just to stand to the side to let other people go? Yeah, don't indicate for that.
Well, he's trying to be a safe driver.
Oh, well, he's trying to be an idiot.
But
okay?
these poor people that he was trying to let go, they're like, look at this fool now. She's driving through.
Could have waited.
Yeah, I have to take his side on this one. Speaking of fools.
Oh, let's.
So, just the other day, Mom and I, because my mommy's here from Canada.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Mom. We were at my local set of shops, which is Camp Hill, right? The set of shops
swanky,
there.
yes.
No, I was going to say the car park there is ridiculous.
True story,
Like,
also, yes.
it is always packed. It's very tight. It's very busy.
Right.
I drive a Land Rover Discovery, so it's a
Fancy. She's fancy.
I mean, it's a nice vehicle, but that's not the point of the story. It's a big vehicle. It's
Yes.
an SUV. It's
Yes.
tall, it's boxy, it's big. So we're driving through the car park trying to find a spot. And I come along and I'm turning around the corner, right, to go to another part of the car park.
Yes.
Now, when you're in a very busy car park, the rule number one, don't zoom around a corner, right?
Yeah.
Because it's busy and there's
Totally.
other vehicles.
Yes.
I'm on my side,
Yep.
and I turn around this corner, and this stupid little shitbox blue Swift, they're like this big, if you don't know, and like a fly could squash them. She's zipping around the corner and not even in her lane. She's in the middle. So I nearly, obviously, I'm not going fast, but like she nearly, like we nearly hit,
my
right?
God. Yes.
And I'm like looking at her going, bitch,
Like
what
I
are
could
you
drive
doing?
over you.
This is what I said to my mom. But do you know what pissed me off? So she's sitting there, this young little blonde, not judging, but
Young
come
little
on.
blonde. I mean,
young little blonde. I'm
Right.
an old blonde. She's a young one.
well,
She's sitting there looking at me with this smirk on her face. And I'm like, bitch, put it in reverse. Like, so she's in the middle. She has stopped. She does not even move. She doesn't go, oh shit, sorry, just a second, and try and move her car. She literally stays plunked, looking at me with a smile. And I'm like, bitch, I will monster jam your
oh my
fucking
God,
Swift.
please tell me that you just revved. You just went,
I was angry in my face going, what the fuck? Like, move your car, hand gesture, like, fucking move. I will monster jam you. Like, my car will just go up over your stupid little fucking car. So
Tell me you did not move.
I didn't move. I waited.
Good.
But then, so she moves a teeny tiny bit. So I'm trying to go by her. I'm like, bitch, do you have eyes? Because my vehicle is so big. I cannot get, like, you need to reverse a little bit more. And then a car behind her is there. And I'm like, oh my God, this is just too much. I got very angry and I wanted to put my window down and yell obscenities at her.
But you didn't.
I didn't.
Because you're a grown-ass woman. Because you're an older blonde and you have...
I want to show her maturity. No, I want to ram her stupid Swift. Like, I'm sorry.
What happened?
She finally had to creep. This whole thing took about 3.5 minutes. It should have taken 30 seconds because, like, I don't know if she's new to driving. She did not have an L or a P on her car, though. And, like, it took her a very long time. Like, oh, wait, I'm on her side and I need to reverse. It was excruciating.
Now, that brings me to my next rage of P-platers who I like want to support and love. Now, I think that learners, P-platers, all of those people, obviously they're on the roads. Us as the experienced drivers need to allow them a bit more space. No dramas. I don't mind you making a driving mistake that happens, especially if you have your P-plates on and your learner plates. Yeah. No dramas. Got it. But don't be a dick about it.
No, and to be honest, I don't think learners are the dicks. I think the P-platers
learners
are
the P-platers. This is the thing. It must be the age.
Yeah.
Where they just, the thing is, I remember once getting cut off by a P-plater. It came very close. And then he flips me off. So he's just cut in front of me in this most dangerous way. And then he goes, because there was an energy of, I'm going to ram you.
Yeah.
for him just to put his little finger out.
Oh, the cockiness.
I cannot stand that. Like like Oprah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
But it makes my blood boil.
Totally. Because you know what? It's the age, like what you said.
It's the age.
And it's the, fuck yeah, I got my peep played. It's like, I'm going to show you guys. I'm so fucking cool.
Like, be respectful.
Yes. Yeah,
like,
but
have a little bit of manners and respect, of course. I know they're not. And they're not even listening to this because they're so young and they're doing stupid stuff out on the roads. But it absolutely infuriates me. And then you can see them, again, the crazy stuff that teens do on the roads that end up in terrible, terrible accidents.
Do you know what is? Sorry, finish
no,
your
that's
story.
it. It's terrible.
Yeah, it is. And lightheartedly, do you find that, side note, that I always play with your bracelet when we are talking? I don't know. I always grab it.
Do not, but now I'm going to think
I do.
about it.
Look back at the videos. Riveting.
I will.
Just at my local set of shops.
Yeah. Not Campbell.
That one, but at Martha Street.
Right.
Young dickheads in a car tried to ram the bottle shop. And tried to break in and they couldn't get in, so they rammed it with a car that they just stole. But do you know what the funniest part is? Not funny, like for the bottle shop.
Obviously, nobody got hurt, so
nobody got hurt. But they only stole 3 bottles of wine. Like, you young fools. Like, I'm sorry. If you're going to steal a car.
Go through all that effort. Listen to your auntie Lindsay and Billy. And
why am I the aunt and you're the young one? Why do I have to be the old? Why not
to your
just Billy
auntie,
and
old ass Lindsay, and young, fresh, sparkly Billy? I don't know. I'm just saying, listen to your aunties, your favorite aunties, and steal more. Or, like, you have a stolen car, just pack up the boot.
I don't know.
Do you think they ran out of time?
I don't know what the story is. All I heard on the community page was they got away with 3 whole bottles of wine.
Wow, must have been a great Friday night.
Hope it was worth it.
Totally worth it, right?
Rage. Anyways.
Anything else you want to rage about?
No,
anything?
Just be smarter on the road. And if you're in a Swift and a fucking Land Cruiser or Land Rover, what do I have? I don't have a Land Rover. Discovery. What do I have?
You have a Discovery?
No, it's a Land Rover Discovery. Oh my God, I'm raging. I don't even know what I drive. Land Rover Discovery. Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
For the one listener who has a Land Rover
rage and turn this episode off because
what does it have to do with anything? You're just throwing in again what I should throw in that I have a Nissan X-Trail.
No, I was
it's red and I hit it myself and then I raged at myself because
oh yes, you hit a pole.
I reversed into a pole that I did not see.
Fucking pole. No, it was the pole.
Fuck you, pole. Thank you for joining us for this latest episode of Wine Chats podcast with Bildo and Lyndon. You can find us on our socials on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And you can listen to us on any favorite podcasting app or watch on YouTube.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, share, review, comment, send us some love. We absolutely love it.
Chat soon. Come on, Lenny. Chat soon.
Chat soon.
Chat soon.
We're not putting this in.
Come on.
Okay, we'll add in chat soon at the end. Both of us?
Yeah, go
on.
Chat
Chat soon.